all Bibles are basically the same. King James is. If I told you right now your house is a shambles, what would you say to me?
I'd say it's your opinion.
Okay. You know, shambles in the King James Bible means meat market.
Oh,
you see what I mean?
Yeah, like the different allegories and
different things. Language has changed. This is more modern English.
So that's more up to date times.
Instead of saying us and them, we say using us. You know?
Oh yeah. So they switch it around like.
They just change it to
like
modern day.
Instead of being like old ye come here.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Like, you, come here.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's not that bad. But that's Bible. Everything after that.
Oh yeah, I mean it's been translated.
John did it. The last one was 98. He did it.
Oh, what the hell?
No, some of the other ones.
Well, I just didn't know if you guys had problems with Freemasons joining.
No, we don't have problems.
The only thing I had a problem with was all sorts. Only 100,000 people go to heaven. That's the only thing I don't believe. You know, I mean, I'm saying
you don't have to.
I've read every Bible. I've read the Quran. I've read the Satanic Bible. I never read that one, but I read the Satanic Bible. Ain't even about Satan. If you've ever read it, just well, yeah, it's more about worshiping yourself, getting up in the morning like God helps them who helps themselves. But you worship yourself. That's the only sin. Because it's stupidity to be a sin as a Satanist, to talk like to cut you off. If you were talking, I was like, hey, you know what? That's a sin in Satan.
The last book of the Bible, Revelation,
really similar.
Apocalypse, was written in 96. First John, Second John was written in 98, and then John itself was written in 90. That's the last time anything in the Bible was written. Everything else from that, and it was written in Greek, and mainly in Greek, because that's what they spoke in that day. So, and probably some Latin, but as far as that was concerned, now it's a modern day English. And so,
see, with me, I just rather religion. You know, my friend's a really big Christian. My other friend's a big Catholic. My girlfriend is a huge Catholic, like goes to church every Sunday. You know, I choose not to go to church. I talk to God in my own way. You know, I pray.
Well, like a lot of people.
And I always say, you know, if God really knows deep down who I am in my heart, you know, I'm not a thief, I'm not a bad man, I don't steal, then I should go to heaven.
Like you said earlier.
I don't have to join a specific, because that's what Jesus was. That's why he was killed in the first place. He was telling people, because back then, you had to pay taxes for your church. You know, back in Jesus' times, like, what, 2,000, 3,000 years ago?
They had tithing then.
You had to pay for your, you know, king taxes and your church. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't like this, it was separated. So he got his people together and said, let's, you know, pretty much up them. God's in your heart. You don't need to pay taxes. And he was a threat to their money making for the Romans and the Jews. And you know, I'm not anti-Semitic at all. You know, like my grandma's like Sicilian and black. You know what I mean? So I am not. But what I'm saying is, it's like I don't, you know. He was killed because it was all about politics and money, and that's why in the Mason we don't bring up really religion or politics.
Well, that's kind of like an atheist, you know.
Well, I'm not atheist at all. Atheist is the person who doesn't believe in God at all. I'm more agnostic, where I believe God is a form, whether it's a man, woman, an atom in the universe, but something way beyond our capacity to create us.
Remember God said to Jesus, who was.
But I think God could be a woman.
Let's make man in our image. So.
But I see, another factor, I'm a big science freak with all these Turin shrouds and all the BS of the, you know, it's me being a Knight Templar and a Freemason. So there's no Holy Grail. It's all BS, all that Da Vinci Code. Yeah, it's all to make money. That's
like you said earlier.
That's the devil using us and the church to make money.
What's behind all the wars? Religion.
Because now you're going to see a lot more. You guys watch History Channel, Discovery.
Yeah.
See a lot more on Masons now, and the Freemasons Guild, because we're sick of being portrayed in a bad light. That's why they made National Treasure, how we founded this country. We're sick of all the bad light that we're getting. And we're like, you know, because we are a secret society of secret handshakes that come down through Jesus and before, that we had enough. You know, we're going to let people, we just had a Discovery Channel special where they were they allowed cameras for the first time. Now they're allowing women to become Masons. Before, women could not become Masons. So everything's changing with the times because we're sick of the bad rap. You know, okay, what happened in the 1300s when we cut the Pope's head off? That was tooth and blood. Back then, that was like tooth and nail in the Bible. There was no, you know, oh, okay, well, I'm sorry, okay, yeah, you know, call someone up. No, I got cut their effing head off, and then, you know, see you later, and then we're all murdered. You know, that was how it was back then, you know? So,
yeah, probably over the years, people have had this conception. You know, how you start